Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. More primary school children are being suspended in the Hunter than anywhere else in New South Wales. Figures from the Education Department show more than 300 children from kindergarten to year 2 were suspended last year in the region. Numbers are up across the state, with psychologists blaming the rise on the long-term effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. Investigations are continuing into a serious crash at Aberdeen, which has left 4 people in hospital. Emergency services were called to the New England Highway just after 4 yesterday afternoon to find an SUV had collided with a sedan. The driver of the sedan, an 18-year-old male, was treated at the scene and flown to the John Hunter Hospital in a stable condition. A 32-year-old female passenger in the SUV was taken to the John Hunter in a stable condition, while 2 boys aged 8 and 10 were taken to Muswellbrook Hospital, also in a stable condition. The driver of the SUV wasn't injured. New data out of Revenue New South Wales shows motorists heading through Wickham don't seem to be getting the message when it comes to using mobile phones while behind the wheel. More than 8,200 drivers were pinged in Hannell Street last financial year, forking out a whopping $3.3 million in fines. TC Frith Avenue at Bullaroo was next on the list with 305 drivers caught, followed by George Booth Drive at Edgeworth, where 283 drivers were nabbed. Despite the big numbers at Wickham, Transport for New South Wales says the detection cameras have had a big impact on driver behaviour since they were introduced in 2019. There's calls for Hunter residents to share where they'd like to see a possible ambulance station in Edgeworth. It's being accompanied by a thorough land search, which will be carried out to identify potential locations. Cessnock MP Clayton Barr says ambulance stations are by and large similar in terms of the land and landscape they're placed on.
Ideally, it's somewhere near or close to main roads and, of course, main populations. Generally flat and flattish. Normally, 2 or 3 or 4,000 square metres, up to an acre.
It's hoped visitor numbers will pick up in Karua thanks to new signage on the Pacific Highway. Almost 10,500 vehicles used to drive through the town before the Karua bypass opened in 2004. The resultant loss in business prompted a $200,000 economic recovery plan for local traders. Port Stephens MP Kate Washington says the government has funded new tourism signage on the northbound and southbound carriageways of the highway to give a much-needed boost to local businesses. Cessnock residents are being encouraged to apply for a council program, providing a range of apprenticeships, traineeships and undergraduate positions. The 2025 launch program is offering positions which cover a wide variety of areas, including sports, turf management and civil construction. Mayor Jay Saval says the program is designed to ignite and accelerate career paths.
Both within council and beyond through comprehensive support, expert mentoring and essential skill development.
Applications can be made via Council's website, with undergraduate and apprentice positions open for recruitment until this Thursday. Trainee and school-based trainee positions are open until August 22.
2NURFM Sport.
The Knights proved too good for the West Tigers yesterday with a dominant 34-18 win set up by 4 tries from Fletcher Sharp. Coach Adam O'Brien says the rookie's skill combined with his personality means he will only get better.
I don't have that answer where his ceiling's at, but he just enjoys playing footy. He's a real old school footy player, just loves playing sport.
After a back and forward first 20 minutes, the Knights found top gear to outclass their opponents and run away with the victory. Meanwhile, the Knights NRLW side have been handed their first loss in over a year, going down 18-10 at the hands of the Dragons. The Merewether Greens have booked a spot in the Hunter Rugby Grand Final after beating Maitland 32-23 in the major semi-final. Greens coach Tony Munro says despite losing 17 players in the last 2 years, his team never lost belief in their abilities. Hamilton beat the Wanderers 31-17 to set up a clash with Maitland next week for a place in the Grand Final. Elsewhere, the Wildfires are focused on rebuilding after a disappointing season saw them finish 10th in the Shute Shield. Departures of key players and a big injury list meant they were only able to get 5 wins, just 1 season removed from a finals appearance. That's sport, I'm Will McGrath.
And the winning numbers in Weekend Lotto are 4, 10, 37, 38, 42 and 45, and the supplementaries are 15 and 36. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.